All right, what is going on, everybody? I'm going deaf now. It's so loud. So I've kind of done something crazy. Not really, but we downloaded Hunter Called Wild on PC from Xbox Game Pass, meaning we've got a brand spanking new character. And I kind of wanted to give a realistic approach to, some of you guys that may be new to the game or have questions. It's one of those I'm going to walk the walk instead of talk the talk. So here we are. Literally just got done with the first mission. We discovered the outpost. And we're going to see just how far we can get. I don't know how long we'll stick here. We'll probably switch over to the console at some point just to, keep progress up on our main account here. But I'm curious to see what we can do as a brand new player on Layton Lakes. Nothing but the 243. I just realized that there we go. Playing now. All right, for starters, because we just have the 243, the number one thing that we're going to want to do is go down to our rifle ammo, and you'll realize that the 243 saw points are free, so we are going to absolutely load up on those. Unfortunately, unlike the Xbox, you can't just spam the A button. We got to keep clicking back and forth here. That being said, we're going to load up the weight. This is not stackable. One of these counts as this, and we can just load up. So we're going to get a few hundred rounds because we're going to be throwing lead today. All right, we'll start out with 239 rounds. It's 12:22. It's just past whitetail drink time. It's moose drink time, which obviously not the best thing to be shooting with the 243. That said, we might risk, a few rounds here and there. But it sounds like we've got some whitetail down here. I forgot how sluggish it was to go to aim without any sort of perks. That is absolutely brutal. Kind of curious why the colors seem so washed out. Alright, where's that thing at? There it is.
Use your binoculars to get a closer look.
I'm assuming that was a good hit. We have no zeroing perk, and honestly, I have no idea how far it was. But
be sure to aim for its vital organs.
We're going to be shooting everything that we can.
Mean quicker kills, less painful.
What's going on, William? 243 is a class, I think, 2 through 6 or 7? Let me look. We can look at our MO. 243 is 2 through 6, yep. So, pretty weak. Now, honestly, it's not the worst gun in the world on whitetail, especially with good shot placement. But I don't understand. I don't see any blood. Let's check the map here. We've definitely got hunting pressure, that's for sure. So what's going to make this difficult? Well, this guy, whichever one he was, he didn't go far at all. First gold of this account. There we go. Not too shabby. 670 bucks in the bank account. And realistically, what we're going to want to do outside of getting XP, of course, which we get obviously from shooting stuff, we want to get money so we can unlock better equipment. But to do that, obviously, we're going to be doing some shenanigans. Try to beat some missions here and there, of course, but...
White-tailed deer are often slightly bigger than the blacktail, but they're quicker to flee if they sense danger.
As you can see, that the 243 didn't do a bad job on the whitetail. Neither of those ran far at all. Let's not show that again. Raider, it's slightly clickbait. I do have another account on PC from the Steam version. This is actually the Xbox Game Pass version, so this is new. But my other PC account, he's leveled up, got the DLC. I just don't play it. But I wanted to start a new beginner series. That way, if some of you are coming in and watching this and you're new to the game, you can kind of see what I'm trying to do here.
Gentle now. Take a deep breath to steady your aim.
I'm not going to be shooting at that cow from this far away with the 243. That said, if we can get close enough, we put enough rounds on target, in theory, and I'm so used to being able to spot targets with the scope, we cannot currently. But we got to level up in everything in order to even unlock polymer tips. It's kind of bait and switch. I technically started over, just not on my main account. Okay, so at this distance, I don't know if the 243 is going to have enough oomph to punch through to get heart.
It's bleeding, so that's a hit. Follow the blood trail to find
Usually
it.
you want to be much closer.
Far.
Now, if we had polymer tips, that would have dropped it probably, but I don't think we punched through that. We probably should have went for a headshot there. Now, again, really don't recommend doing that unless you really know where the vitals are and stuff, because you're just going to be wounding animals, essentially. We did get any sort of vital hit, so she's gone. We're not even going to worry about tracking her down because she's not going to die. Oh, is it? We might actually have enough to unlock poly tips. But I don't have enough money to buy them, so... Ooh, we need to change that around. Put that there. Oh, we've got the 357, though. This gun, I forgot about it. The 357 might actually have enough oomph to do some damage. They're hollow points, but realistically what I want to do here is change time back to... I've only got $4,000. That should be enough to change time. I kind of want to change time to early whitetail drink time and... hunt those more specifically because obviously we can shoot them. Now the first gun we're going to want to work toward unlocking is the 270 Huntsman here. We need 450 rifle score and $12,000. And then ultimately 7mm Regent. So, work that way for sure. But I believe we can, in fact, purchase some polymer tips. I mean, we're spending some cash here, but it's absolutely very convenient to have these now. And actually, I didn't. Let's go and add those to our inventory. All right. Now let's change time to very early whitetail time, just so we got some time to cover ground. We have no other outpost unlocked, no nothing, so we're going to be pumping everything on foot. Not sure what we can't jump over that, but all right. It's kind of exciting getting back out here though with nothing and just knowing what I know. I mean, this is a new map, so there could be who knows what. Place a waypoint for our next outpost, and then I do know we have a mission as well. Travel Hope's Camp. Where's that at? Way over here. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's do that. We'll come down this peninsula and kind of cruise through here. Hopefully we'll find some more whitetail. Now we can fall back to the soft points because they're absolutely free, but I don't know how to pull up the quick menu on PC. There it is. Change that over. Boy, that reload is brutal. Have any skills or perks or anything like that. Fun fact, these binoculars that you started out with actually have better zoom than the range finding ones. Not seeing anything yet. It is literally right after drink time though, so they're going to take a little bit to walk in. Something that I don't understand though is they still have a requirement or a score requirement to unlock birdshot with a shotgun. You would think it would make sense for you to start out with birdshot. But hey, what do I know? Something else that we're going to do, and this is especially useful if you're on PC, we're going to go ahead and intentionally tank the graphics setting. We're going to take that scene complexity and turn that bad boy all the way to low. Now the grass isn't as tall and we can actually see stuff. There is a free 454 in the shop, which obviously allows us to hunt class 4 through 9 animals. The problem with it is when you're starting out brand spanking new, just like I am now, it's kind of counterproductive because your skills and perks aren't quite there yet. The range that you need to get close enough to be effective with it's just easier to unlock the rifles first. Thing else I need to make sure of is key bindings. There should be a button to hide all your tracks and stuff. We want to make sure that is nothing we can accidentally I don't see it. Yeah, we're gonna change that to, I don't know, equals, because we're not gonna hit that button. And I'm absolutely planning on shooting rabbits and ducks with the 243.
You're getting close. Hope mentioned seeing some tracks in the mud. See if you can find them. Hey, you're catching on quickly. You found them? Great. Snap some pictures for the record and see if they lead anywhere. Yeah, definitely human. Looks like a troublemaker then. Now, I don't want you to go picking any fights, but maybe you could follow them and see where they lead.
Now, this is going to be difficult, but because we have polymer tips, if he presents the opportunity for a headshot, we're going to take it. I don't know. I did just see a coyote take off running. There's no hunting pressure, so we didn't kill it. Just gave him a really bad headache.
Some ripped clothing. And no more tracks, huh? Well, just leave it for now, and I'll see what I can come up with. This'll help, though. Thanks.
There we go. Okay, we've got a perk point now. And just because I want to work toward getting our zeroing perk unlocked, we're going to go ahead and buy muscle memory. Unlocks the ability to ready your next shot without leaving aim mode, which is great for follow-ups. Now we've got to go to Lake Chila, which is way the heck over here. And because I'm on PC, I do not have the ATV DLC purchased, so we gotta walk it, which is really weird. I don't know why they did that. Console, it's free, but PC, you gotta buy that bad boy. But it is whitetail drink time, so we're going to focus more on hunting right now as we go along, checking these waterways, trying to shoot as many deer as we can, continue earning that XP and money. Is whenever you turn the scene complexity all the way down like this, it's actually lower than the console, so it's actually a lot easier to see stuff. And Ricks, when you're ready to play, I figured I'd give this at least an hour just to see what kind of damage we can do in that time frame. But whenever you get on, we'll switch over to the main account and do some business. Honestly, so every time I switch from transition from mouse to keyboard back to controller, it's always confusing. I can always do it the other way, but messes with the old brain noodle. Alright, it's 9:14. Whitetail should absolutely be drinking right now. We've given them plenty of time to get through zones, but we just gotta find them first. And starting out, I'm not necessarily worried about hunting pressure per se. I'm more worried about getting experience and money as fast as possible. Again, it's not the best to ruin your zones, but when your main goal should be is to, when you're starting out, to level up. So not too worried about trophy hunting. So if we see a big group of whitetail, we're going to be shooting as many as possible. One mistake that I do see a lot of beginner players make, and obviously if you're with your buddies it's one thing, but they'll jump into a multiplayer session, like let's say on Silver Edge Peaks for example. All they've got is the 243 and then they do nothing but shoot bison with it, and you shouldn't do that because it's kind of a waste of your time. Are you doubting the skills of the indoor hunter here, Will? Watch this. No, you're right. The game is actually incredibly difficult when you start out. Like, significantly more difficult. Still no whitetail. Although because I don't have the range finding binoculars, I'm not sure exactly, how far away that is. I mean, that's at 300, so if there's anything here, it should be rendered in. I actually went through the other day and changed all my perks around to kind of cater specifically toward rifle hunting, and it makes a world of difference, that's for sure. Feels like I'm playing Call of Duty half the time. And I've got snappy aim, fast reloads. Got 116 rifle score. It's going to take a while before we get that 270. Watch me in this beginner series at some point in its iteration. I find like a diamond Roosevelt Elk. I don't have one on my main account, so that'd be kind of interesting.
Be careful when hunting black bear. Not only are they unpredictable, but they also make very little sound and leave few tracks. You can sneak up on one without realizing it. Fortunately, they'll probably notice you before you them and will keep their distance.
Only ever been attacked by black bear in the game a few times. Whitetails ends seem kind of like doo-doo. I'll say this, the ATVs are worth it when you're starting out and discovering a map like this, that's for sure. No whitetail here, man. That is super disappointing. I'll say this graphically, though, it's not too different from the console. Honestly, the fog is far more annoying in this. And there's always just a little bit of a haze, and you can turn that off technically, but... Well, this is going to be more difficult than I envisioned. I expected to at least come down here and bag a few whitetail, but I don't see any. Also, the new Late Lakes is not what it used to be, folks. Back in my day, this map was absolutely goated, but they ruined it. We could look out. There could be some whitetail up here at Chila Lake. Notice how there's no tracks, though, anywhere, and that's kind of an indicator, too, whenever you're walking around. If you're in an area with no tracks just anywhere, well, there's obviously nothing here.
The black-tailed deer are one of the easiest animals in the reserve to hunt. Still, be wary of your noise and the wind direction, as their senses are quite good.
That won't help us because we can't spot her with the scope. Well, one less valuable polymer tip. Oh, it's wanting us to hunt at night. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Not yet. All right, whitetail or whitetail jackrabbit warning thump. Let's go ahead, change back. We've got buckshot. We're going to change back to soft points. Hopefully we can get eyes on this guy. They're not worth very much. especially when we ruin it with the 243, but money's money.
I'm still looking into that incident at Hope's camp. I spoke with him and he wanted me to pass on his thanks. He's been having some problems finding food lately, though. The black-tailed deer are surprisingly scarce in Belmont for this time of year. Now Hope seems to think some black bears are passing through and scaring off the blacktails. Could be true, but it's hard to know for sure. If you come by any bear tracks in Belmont, let me know.
Not too sure where that rabbit went off to. I don't see any sort of tracks. I know we've got an outpost over here at this lake. We'll kind of make our way over that direction. So sad. Leighton Lakes feels like Hirschfeld does now. You see an animal every once in a blue moon.
Hunting Roosevelt Elk, I see. The Roosevelt's a big fella, but its good sense of smell and hearing make it tricky to hunt.
I've got something on my mouse pad and I can't figure out what it is. It may be on my mouse. I'm curious. This is just literal curiosity. I can't actually see it because the grass is rendering in. If critters killed is still a thing. We got him. It's not. That's unfortunate. Back in the day it was. There actually used to be squirrels too that were unhuntable. Just not quick enough on the gun. We're also much louder moving through the woods than normally because we don't have those perks unlocked yet. Oh, hello. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll come through this clearing. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, though. I'd say they kept on going straight there.
Sounds like Richard's gonna need a helping hand.
What's going on, Belita?
Sorry, we got this full-blown survivalist fella living out here all year round. Richard Hope. He got in a bit of trouble, it seems. I can fill you in on the details later.
My experience may actually be a hindrance because run and gun is my play style, and when you're starting out, you cannot do that. You're much louder, you're much noisier, more visible. But again, oh, hang on. Ooh, here we go. This is what I like to see.
You'll find coyotes all over the reserve, so they're not the most
So
difficult
the
to
thing
hunt.
about the coyotes
They're
are
pack animals, so they respond
they're
well to
worth
collars,
excellent
but they can
amounts
also get
of
aggressive
XP.
when alerted. So be careful.
We're going to try to get a little bit closer here. We've got polymer tips. This is the exact gun we want to use on coyotes. Wind's in a good position. They look like they're making their way towards us, so I don't want to interrupt them at all. They can keep coming this way. We're going to try to shoot at least one of them. Well, we got one, and that's going to be a good amount of money to put in the bank. What's going on, Hunter? There we go. We got our first gold coyote. It's actually the first coyote I've actually shot in a long time on either account. But we're going to go ahead and accept that. There's $1,300 to the bank. 233 or 36 experience. How much rifle score did we get for that? 55. So not a bad critter to find. And we've got another one just hanging out here. She says she's fleeing, so we're going to use the advantage here of the game being slightly broken. Take her out. Got more. And I keep forgetting, because we're new, we don't have the ability to spot through our scope yet, so that's going to hurt us. We got to keep that in mind. Some pretty good money right there. Let's go take a look at just how close we are to getting the 270. That's going to open the map up a little bit more. We're going to be able to shoot whitetail much easier. Fun fact about myself, whenever I first started playing Call of the Wild, everybody, and I do the same thing. You need to unlock the 7mm burp derp. So I was like, oh, well, I need to save money. And so I didn't unlock the 270. In fact, I probably only have maybe a couple hundred kills with the 270 because I just didn't use it. I went straight to the 7mm, took forever, but we got her done. I don't know if that was a good shot or not. I'm going to place a waypoint there. Go unlock this outpost and then see if we've got vital blood. I don't see any hunting pressure. We do have a Discord server. So this little guy here is hunting structure, and because we're new, we're absolutely not going to be buying that. That's $2,000, and we don't want to waste any of that precious coin. And to be quite honest, they're not that useful anyway because they've changed the maps so many times, and where animals are now aren't where they used to be. So when the game first came out, they were somewhat beneficial because, well, obviously animals would be in the area. Now it's more of a luck thing, but long story short, I personally wouldn't recommend buying those. Unless, of course, you start your grinding and you get enough money, and then maybe it's a convenient to save some money on tripods or tents or something like that. But starting out, don't buy them. $100 XP. Did we level up? No. I don't see any hunting pressure, so I'm going to assume that girl lived. We're at 230 of 450, so we still have a little bit of ways to go. My goal here is to at least unlock the 270 in the next 45 minutes. I don't know if it's possible. We've not had the best luck so far, but... And then we'll probably go ahead and change back to the main account and do some real deal hunt and try to find some more trophies for the 2024 Lodge. I honestly do wish that Xbox, or it's not Xbox, Xbox allows it. I wish they would go and add mouse and keyboard compatibility to Hunter Call of the Wild. I would definitely use it, but they don't. Ooh, here we go. Now, I am certainly not super confident that a polymer tip 243 will make a heart shot on an elk. However, we're going to try it because those are decent money, even if we're using the wrong caliber weapon. She's 80 to 120 meters. We want to get about 75. Wind's in a good spot. She can probably see us, but she's still calm. It's funny, is the only time I ever actually get this sneaky on an animal nowadays is when I'm trying to shoot a diamond. Okay, so we're going to attempt here, because we have polymer tips in the 243, a heart shot. So let her lift her head up. again, we might have been a little low, or we just didn't have the umph to punch through. No organ tit. She's gonna go run away and tell her friends about me. Still whitetail drink time. The only problem is there's no whitetail. Have you a good one, Raider. Appreciate you stopping by, man. For a split second, I just saw some sort of deer. I'm pretty sure it was a whitetail by the color. Yeah. There we go. We've got a level 2. Now there is some considerable distance, and because we've got the starting scope, not the most effective thing to be trying to throw some lead out there. We could try it, but we're not going to. So let's get in a little bit better position here. Play the patient game. The wind's in a good spot. The only issue is there's going to be a lot of grass and stuff. We're going to have to get pretty careful as we get closer. The big lake. Truth be told, I'm not completely opposed to hunting latent lakes, or my very own latent lakes, just because there's a couple diamonds on there that I need. Then again, I had the idea. I really want to, and I can't remember the name of it. There is a multi-mount in the trophy lodge that is with a moose and a bobwhite quail, where the bobwhite's sitting or making a nest, something like that, in the moose's antlers. Really want to make that, get that done. Don't have a bobwhite quail diamond, so we might take a trip to Mississippi. Yeah, this is going to be tough. They're out there on that little jetty too, so we're not going to be able to see them that well if we can even get close enough. That said, though, we've actually got some whitetail far closer. Do we have any bucks? We do. That's not a bad looking buck either. Let's get it up a little bit more elevated while he's spotted. Let our heart rate calm down. Let's pull our binos back out. That way we can keep him spotted. And I keep doing that. I'm trying to zoom the scope in, but we end up changing over to... We actually hit the dirt mound in front of him, so it's very clear to me, and this is a good learning experience. The weapons appear to be zeroed for 75 default. Not sure how accurate that is. That would make sense because at range it would kind of level out, but that definitely hurt us there. They're about 180 meters. If we were zeroed for 150, we would have smoked him, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Where in the world's that whitetail at? There he is. Is he fleeing? He is, unfortunately. Maybe, though, we can squeeze... Nope. I was trying to squeeze a neck shot in there. Even if we ruin him, though, money's money at this point. The day's been pretty good, Belinda. How about yours? Alright, we do have hunting pressure, so one of those did die. I would say it was the doe that we shot twice, but it could have been the buck too. Expected to see more run out of there. Now, we're obviously missing a lot of shots, but we got to get hits in order to bring stuff down. So I'm going to be throwing lead as much as possible. Did we actually nail her down there? She might die. That was a potential headshot. That's what we were aiming for. Now, we've got to find this deer that we shot. That's money we don't want to lose out on. problem is I kind of lost her track up here in the woods. There's one. Blood trail.
Thanks for the follow.
Just gotta... Oh, there she is. Just gotta follow over on Twitch. Good old-fashioned Texas heart shot right there. It's $400 though we didn't have. Decent buck. Ooh, ooh. An even decenter buck. And he's closer. Oh, we were slow. He's just gonna stand there. We'll shoot him. Again, we're just throwing lead, trying to make hits. Got one down over there. Honestly, for broadside shot that close, I would actually rather and prefer to use the soft points because it would have done more damage. There we go, we got another level up. Decent gold whitetail right there. Love that rack. Let's go ahead. We've got a skill point. Let's see what we want to unlock here. Realistically, we want to work towards both branches. for now, let's go ahead and buy this so we can open up into tracking knowledge. The transition over to mouse and keyboard is going super flawless if you can't tell. Well, 12 is past while till drink time. Some may still be in their zones, but we're gonna have moose start coming in. Moose are a lot bigger target. With polymer tips, we might be able to headshot a few. Guess though it would be beneficial if we went ahead and traveled to Balmont and see what's going on with the missions.
Blacktails are Hope's bread and butter. If you ever want hunting tips on him, he's your man. He's been with the Blacktails for a while now. If they're on the move, it's not only a problem for Hope. It might mean worrying changes for other parts of the reserve.
Without any sort of ATVs, we're just simply too slow to traverse the map in a good enough time to effectively hunt multiple whitetail zones, unfortunately. Lame. And I figured we'd do the beginner series for about 20 more minutes. I don't know how effective that 20 minutes is going to be. We've struggled finding stuff, but I mean, that's to be expected. It's like, what the heck are we stuck on? We were way too slow. We're gonna try it though. Dang. I should have shot him in the long, went for a long shot. I was aiming for heart. It might have killed him, you know? Welcome back, Will. I just saw something running through the woods here that looked awfully light colored. But I know how to disturb vegetation, and there's no way of telling, so... Right? Well, we're going to be switching over to the real deal account here shortly, so we'll be cooking with bacon grease. The heart rate not slowing down. That one's huge because that's obnoxious. Oh, I bet that's what that white was. I bet there was a turkey I saw. We actually hit one of those. Why should be a diamond?
Well, look at that. Let's see if there are any additional signs of the black bears to support Hope's theory.
Take it, they're worth more than whitetail, even though we shot at the wrong caliber. We somehow unlocked this 6.5 millimeter, even though we don't have the DLC for it. Hoping to see more of those turkey, honestly. Apparently so. No, this is just a new account. So it's on Xbox Game Pass. I've got a full-blown character on PC on Steam, but wanted to hand out at actually trying as a real deal beginner again. It's been a long time. But I've also got a multi-mount that I want to complete, so here very soon we're going to be switching over to the main account. There goes some turkey. So lucky with those ones. Come on, it's not reloading. I don't know why. Oh, it's because we were walking. Well, that sucked. I was really hoping we were going to get to unlock the 270 before we switched, but we hit it. I don't know if we killed it. Oh, we did. That's where the polymer tips become very useful. I don't have a coyote diamond either. That's something we need to work on. We need to hunt Leighton Lakes a lot more, honestly. Or 36. Boy, that tracking cone is super far and wide. I couldn't tell you where the heck that thing's at. It's either right in front of us or... Oh, there it is. Money's money. And XP. There it is. We unlocked the 270. Just out of curiosity, I am going to run up here and check to see if we got a vital organ hit with the polymer tips from the 243. I doubt it very seriously, and if we did, it's going to take him forever. And matter of fact, we're going to put another one in him if we can. But we unlocked the 270. That was the goal of this. In about an hour and a half, we accomplished that. The question is, though, do we have enough money to actually purchase it? We may not. I don't know, but let's run up here, and then we're going to fast travel to the outpost, see if we can buy it or not, and we'll go from there.
I noticed you're after moose. Tough animals, I tell ya. Be sure to bring the right caliber weapon to bring them down. Oh, and while their eyesight ain't too good, their smell is. So keep your scent and the wind in mind.
Actually following this thing in reverse. I don't think we got the vital hit. Although that said it was just a bleed rate blood, right? Bleed rate low. I'm not sure where we actually shot that thing initially. Some boop. Alright, well, we're not going to mess with him. He's highly unlikely to die, so... What's going on, Kobe? All right, let's see here. So the 270 is $12,000. We're a couple grand away. That's unfortunate. However, we do have the ability to purchase it, which is huge. So on the next iteration of the beginner series, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to be working towards unlocking the 270 Stradivarius, and that's going to open up the game a lot more for us. We're going to be able to actually shoot elk somewhat more effectively. We're absolutely going to be shooting blacktail and whitetail more effectively, but hold your horses, folks. We're going to go visit Mississippi on the main account. I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. I'll be honest with you guys, Mississippi, not my favorite map. But I saw that multi-mount in the lodge today and decided, you know what? Let's go check it out. Seven to 10. All right, let's change time. You know what? I'll hunt with the 270 just because it's been a while. I actually don't have any 270 ammo on me. All right, fingers crossed we run into Zimbabwe quail. Lost them in the cotton fields. What kind of tips you looking for, No? Well, here's one tip. Don't shoot like that, because you're not going to get far. Let me see if I can understand your question. So how close do you get at each level of sound? You spend too much time spotting? Are you talking about like how quiet you need to be to get closer? There you go. We've got some quail. Well, that was convenient. Just looked over and this guy was hanging out there. These guys are so small. They're incredibly difficult to see even when they take off. It is bobwhite quail. It's a male. 179. I'm not even sure what diamond is for these guys. 238. What's going on, Brady the Awesome? Emac with the great one, bear number 23. Man, what are you, so are you herd managing, Emac? I've actually got a funny story for you, Mac. I was the other day scrolling through the old Facebook and I was reading some posts on the Hunter's Facebook page and I was like, man, this guy looks familiar. And I realized it was you. I'm like, oh, I know you, Mac. Raccoons! I don't even know if we hit it. We couldn't see it anymore, but we're trying it. So I've seen a potential new method for black bear grinding, and I'm kind of curious your thoughts and opinions on it. I'm seeing where people are actually starting to shoot all of the bears instead of just males, or like really any. There is no herd management. It's just they're literally shooting all of the bears that they see. What are your thoughts and opinions on that? Oh, well, apparently we did hit a raccoon. What the heck? Okay. Luke! Need to get back out in the fields where these bobwhite are going to be at, because that's where we're here and that's what I want to hunt. And I don't know. Visually, I love the way Mississippi Acres looks, but it's just such a hard map to hunt. It's like Hirschfeld on steroids. You can see a lot of this open field area I don't have even discovered yet, so who knows? We could have some diamond potential bobwhite quail, and after our insane success last night hunting my own map, I mean, I don't ever hunt Mississippi except for alligator, so I never know. Oh, nice. You got your first pipe. What was it? Rocky Mountain Elk Piebald. That's freaking awesome, man. It's definitely a trophy to be proud of, for sure. Thank you, Luke. I appreciate it, man. So you just can't spot realistically anything out here. Maps like Reventulu Coast have absolutely spoiled me. The hard part about hunting quail, though, is like the only thing we can do is just get out here and beat the brush and hope we run into some. We shot one already, but it was nothing special. Tomorrow we're going to be shooting for 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. It might, if it gets pushed back, I'll let everybody know on via YouTube, but that'll be the goal. Literally just going to run through this field and hope for the best. Truthfully, if anybody's got any tips for me on bobwhite quail, let me know, because these little buggers are hard. Honestly, having a tripod with us right now to be able to just immediately throw up and jump on might not be the worst idea, especially out in these fields. Rats. You really like Silver Ridge Peaks, huh? Talking about having 2 different profiles on the Hunter Call of the Wild. Well, the way that I've done it is I've got a Steam account or a Steam version of the game, and then I've got an Xbox Game Pass version of the game, and that's how I did it. I don't think you can have multiple profiles on the same system, though. Now, you can start a new profile, but I wouldn't recommend it. But if you've got Xbox Game Pass, you can head on over there. It's downloadable for PC. Pretty sure these are the turkey that have a different max weight. Yeah, I think it was a gold. Oh, I see what you're talking about now. For Epic, I would assume that all you need is the login information for it. With Epic Games, I would imagine you would need to log in under that account that you've got, and it should automatically transfer everything over, in theory. Unless it was a scam, which would be unfortunate. To be 100% honest with you, I'm not sure. I literally have no idea where to look for bobwhite quail. Bobwhite quail. But truthfully, I've never actually hunted them or actively hunted them, so I don't even know. I'm assuming running through the fields are going to be the best option, but they're so small. I don't know, man. I am very confused, you know? Switched over to the British there. I feel like a masochist, though, actively wanting to hunt Mississippi. The stream, we got about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, depending on what we do. The beginner series really ate up a lot of time, which, in hindsight, was fun, but tears what it is. That's the Mississippi experience right there. We saw it for half a second. I do. I've got all those weapons. The M1's actually one of my favorites. The memberships, I don't... Looking at it from... When you close out the chat but are still watching, you should see a thing for memberships. Thank you, Hobak. Is that Cyrillic? Is that Russian or Ukrainian? Close enough, no offense. Heck yeah, man. Where I'm from, we love to hunt and fish as well. You guys have like a lot of roe deer and stuff over there? Red deer, stuff like that? I definitely hunt in real life. I'm from the US. Kind of on the struggle bus here. I mean, really, I think the only way to effectively shoot bobwhite is doing exactly what I'm doing. Just early morning run through the fields and hope for the best. But it's a slow go of it. I almost, well, the four-wheeler would spook them way too far out. No, you're good. You are good. We're right in the middle. We'll say that. Those are widgeon. We don't need those. We need bobwhite quail. Nice, William. 266 is a stud of a whitetail diamond, too. Noak? Or is it pronounced Noah? Oh, we got some bobwhites up here. They're already fleeing, though. Hopefully, they're going to be coming to me, not away from me. If they're going away, there's no chance they're there. There's actually quite a few here. Fingers crossed one of them's good. If we can hit them, we got 2 for 1 there. Just got another one. Got a third. There we go. We got into him on that one. I actually need to pull the dog out. Mostly just Hunter, but occasionally we'll play Wave the Hunter, and whenever I'm not streaming stuff, I'll play other things. Yeah, there's a decent gold. 238 is diamond, of course. We hit another one, and I saw it drop over in here. This is why we need the dog. Probably go grab him here in a sec. Yeah, that's awesome, William. And for a first-time diamond, 266, that thing is huge. Yeah, I'd be down for that. I'm just going to keep whistling away here, trying to spook these guys intentionally. Riggs! The dog's name is Lucky. That being said, he's not very lucky. Ricks, how do you feel about hunting some Silver Ridge Peaks? I'll put it to you this way, I'll be streaming for at least another hour, but I'll probably play some more. When are you getting on? Not doing so hot as far as the bobwhite quail go. Yeah, we usually stream for 2 or 3 hours. Now, if it's like getting heated and something's crazy, we may extend it, but usually we keep it about 2.5, 3 hours. I do. This is some really big soybean. Did we actually make a good shot on that? We didn't, but we killed her. Here's a warning call. You left any behind. Hopefully the dog will find him. Wow, we actually got him. Oh, you can't hear the stream? That's weird. How about now? How long have I been playing without audio? That's strange. That's unfortunate. What the heck? Didn't we just shoot one right in here? Did I just pick him up without realizing it? It's a blonde fur. Actually, is she a blonde? Pretty sure she is. Yep. Shoutouts. How do you pronounce your name? Arsenal Luke? Is that what it is? Go check him out. There's Bob waiting here. There's no way we're going to see him. I hear him. I don't see him. No, moderators are for those that are trusted, vested, and have been here for a long, long time. I don't think there's any bobwhite quail down here. Tell you what, I mean, we shot a handful. We gave it a kind of a half-hearted effort. I'll check the remainder of... I really want to hunt more of a open cotton field, but it's nothing but corn. Probably going to switch over to Silver Ridge Peaks, though. We're going to try find a decent multiplayer server. That sounds like a Bob White. We need to reload. Even when these guys take off, unless they take off right in front of me, it's still very hard to see them. If they're like in there right now, like I actually think there might be one, yeah. Definitely difficult. It's all shadows with some taken off, but I think it might have been earlier than that. Maybe. I'm a huge fan of the AR-223, especially for smaller species like fox and raccoon dogs, stuff like that, and raccoons. I was going for a headshot. We missed. There's a little piggy. We can finally shoot the 270. I've had this thing with us the whole time. I might pull out the 6.5 for Silver Ridge Peaks. It's the worst gun, but it'll force us. I don't know. It'll force us to be accurate. It's just something different. What's going on, Ace? Alright, let's go try to find a Silver Ridge Peak server. I think moseying around Mississippi is something I'm going to do off stream so I can actually, like, do all the boring stuff, finding all the need zones, all that kind of stuff. Having a great day now that you're here. Sorry, that was probably a little cringy. No, day's pretty good so far. How's yours? We've got a black screen. We may have to do hard reset. Multiplayer's weird. I can, at some point, Rick, so I can actually look up, because I've got the video the first time we ever met, and it wasn't, the reason I have it recorded and saved is because, and I actually made a mistake. So the pieball that we got last night, I actually said that it was the biggest pieball that I've ever shot as far as moose go, and that was factually incorrect. The biggest pieball I've ever shot was actually that stream that you first joined all those years ago. 2100, it's bear drink time. I mean, check it out. Level 54. Thanks, Ace. I appreciate it. That's heckin' awesome. We're probably not going to stick to this server too long because I have a feeling this guy knows what he's doing and he's probably just hunting bears, so. You don't want the smoke. I don't know if the 270 will punch through his dome or not, but he's running away. Typical.
Girl.
Nothing but a bunch of females.
He's a girl anchor game.
That's the rock.
The what?
Rock stick.
Oh, whoa! Whoa!
No, he keeps on singing and singing and singing songs and songs and songs that are turning into
Keep
poems.
singing, Pizza Kid. But we're leaving that server. Nice, Ace. Was it a big one? I have a theory, if you look hard enough, and I guess this would go for everything, but Capes, it seems like every time I go looking hard enough, like all their zones, I eventually find a 9 legendary. Now that we've had a hard reset, hopefully the game cooperates a little bit better. Oh, nice. Why are we DCing? That's frustrating. Rix, maybe you can find us a decent Silver Edge. And there it is. I don't understand that. Probably knows that I'm likely better than them at the game, and I was going to find whatever they're looking for. Well, truth be told, Ace, I don't know, but one recommendation I can give is just to keep going at it. Don't give up. I mean, this has been years, and I've been doing this since 2019, so it's taken years to get to this point. Fingers crossed. If we stay in this lobby, it's a low level. I've got a good feeling. There we go. First thing we see is a max weight turkey. Yeah, like I said, man, just keep at it and keep honing your skills, and really, be authentic too. people can tell when you're being fake. Be yourself. Why are there so many just female bighorn around? What's going on, FPS? Welcome to the Discord, Ace. Look at them all. Just a bunch of females. Hold X? What do you mean? I just have to press it. It may have said hold X because the dog's with me. It does weird stuff. They're broken right now. I'm shocked he's still, like, running around freely. It's mule deer drink time, and I haven't seen any mule deer. I need to change my loadout. I still got 270 on us. It'll kill a mule deer for sure, but elk and everything else, that's questionable. Yeah, that little thing that pops up, it's because I've got the dog. Have no idea why it happens. It's actually really frustrating. Thank you, FPS. I appreciate it, man. I don't see it. It's the first male bighorn we've seen and can't even see it. It's an alert mule deer, which tells me there's a cat somewhere nearby. And I don't think it's FPS cat. Oh, we're getting kicked. And right now on this account, if it'll not be black screen, we can show you. It's like 220, something like that. We've still got a black screen. Maybe the invite will save us. Right now, current diamond count is at 224 on this account. I've got about 30 on the PC. It's a pretty good number. It's better than 0. I don't know how we always end up in Revertilly Coast, but I'm not going to complain about it. Silver Ridge Peaks, for whatever reason, there are no servers, realistically. We gave it a pretty valiant effort to get into one, and it's just not working out. That said, we're going to continue our quest, though, to try to find ourselves a diamond rock ptarmigan or willow ptarmigan. So the only species on this map that I don't have a diamond of. Texting and driving. That's what happens. You get smoke a tree. Finding a ton of wild ptarmigan tracks, just no actual ptarmigan. That's a big estimate grouse. There's a capercaillie. It's not letting me spot for whatever reason. Got the grouse. Might have hit the capercaillie. Oh, yep, dog's broken again. It's big gold, unfortunately. Oh, they changed time. Man, we're having a rough go with the shotgun tonight. I might be getting kicked. Can't pick this guy up. Well, that's unfortunate. Something's going on here. And kicked. Well, maybe we can get back into that server. It seemed pretty okay. Well, this is my own Ravagili Coast. Whoops. What's going on, country? Before we get ahead of ourselves, I'm going to kennel the dog because that's going to frustrate me to no end. Ace is back. Gonna regret this decision, but we're gonna try the old smoke bowl. Well, unfortunately not. We're struggle busting on the multiplayer side of things. Keep getting kicked, disconnected, all things. Not looking good, but we're gonna keep it up and keep trying. Need to keep heading south here. I play a few now on stream or in videos and stuff. We stick it to, we keep on brand. We'll play Wave the Hunter, Call the Angler, that kind of stuff. I actually haven't played Angler in quite some time, so I need to do that at some point. I'm gonna try, unless they run away from us. That's a big group of whitetail. That dude's super wide. Maybe we'll try it on a black bear. Or brown bear. That's a hit. Honestly, she went down pretty quick, even though she was... it's probably because she was so close. I do like the way the muzzleloaders sound. Their performance, a little lacking, but... I do. Oh, I think... Well, no, we didn't get him. That was the bear's hunting pressure. Darn it. Kansas City Chiefs, and no, I'm not a bandwagoner. Been a proud fan since Tony Gonzalez days. I also have an unpopular, well, yeah, I don't know if it's unpopular, but I have a feeling if Alex Smith had stayed in Kansas City, the results wouldn't have been too different. Oh, we just got kicked. Rick's just shot a massive whitetail too. this is frustrating. What in the world is going on here? Unfortunately, we've only got like 20 minutes left on the stream, so I don't know just how well we're going to do here. My favorite, well, in real life, it's whitetail, but in the game, I would have to say something that I always look for and it's just so fun for me to shoot would be rabbits. I don't know why. I mean, I like shooting all kinds of stuff, but it's just so much fun for me to break out that 22 and try to shoot those little dudes. I don't know if it's gonna happen. What the heck? My first diamond was a mallard duck over on Layton Lakes. It's a local team. That was a creepy sound. I mean, stats-wise, you really can't fault Mahomes, but on a personality level, Alex Smith is my favorite all-time quarterback. Tell you who it's not. It's not Kadarius Toney right now. Well, as long as you keep shooting stuff, absolutely, Gatlin. You want to find your zone specifically so that way the ones that you're like actually hunting on, you're not going to get them flip-flopping. Honestly, I think the dolphins choked too. I don't know what happened to those guys. That was definitely probably a factor. They literally left 75, 80 degrees into negative 30. That's actually a rare willow ptarmigan. It's a white. The odds of us finding this thing are pretty much slim to none. I don't know. I'm definitely a Matt Stafford fan. I don't know. Yeah, I think real temperature right now is like -5. Feels like -30. Just not seeing jack squat. Maybe we'll run into big moose. We've got 8 minutes though, and I don't know how long, how much we can find in 8 minutes. Apparently not any moose. Never mind, one moose. Eagles. For a second there, that 3 looked a lot bigger than he was. And a few tiny little 4s. Well, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all the time we've got for tonight. Appreciate everybody that stopped by, and I hope to see you tomorrow night. Probably doing more of the same. We probably won't get too exotic with it. We'll probably stick to kind of a normal map rotation, but anywho, like I said, I appreciate everybody stopped by. Hope everybody has an awesome and safe evening, and I'll see you guys on the next one.